In this problem, we're asked to factor completely 20x squared plus 110x plus 150. So right away, this seems like a pretty big number. I think there's going to be a greatest common factor that I can pull out. And I notice that each of these numbers ends in 0. So right away, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to for sure be able to pull out a 10, right? And I'm going to look at this first smallest number and say, okay, well, this is 10 times 2. Is there a bigger number I can pull out? Can I pull out 20 out of each of these? No. So my GCF is 10. So I'm going to set up 10 right here. Okay, and notice I don't have an x here on this last one. So my GCF is not going to be 10x because they don't have an x in common. So I'm asking myself 10 times what is 20x squared? So 10 times 2 is 20. And I want there to be an x squared. There's no x's here on the 10, so I have to put the 2 x's here. Okay, 10 times what is 110? Okay, now this might not be a multiplication fact you know in your head, but hopefully you know that when I multiply a number times 10, it just adds a 0. So if I want to figure out 10 times what equals 110, I can just knock off that 0, and I can see it's an 11. Everything is positive here, so a nice positive number. And again, 10 times what is 150? It's 10 times 15. Okay, let me just erase these little arrows. Okay, so now I'm going to bring down my GCF. I'm going to bring down my two sets of parentheses. And remember, I know that these two numbers multiply to this. So what two numbers multiply to 2? That's going to be 2 times 1. And if I want it to be 2x squared, it's going to be 2x times 1x. Now I know that these numbers need to multiply to 15. So that's either 1 times 15 or 3 times 5. Let's try 3 times 5 first. So I'll put 3 here and 5 here. Notice now I'm writing lightly, right? I can write dark with this plus sign, but I'm writing lightly with the 3 and the 5 because I'm not sure yet. So let's see. Right, this would get me 2x squared, and this would get me 15. But what about the 11x? So 2x times 5 would be 10x, and 3 times x would be 3x. That would be 13x, so that's not what I want. Let me go ahead and switch them. So I put 3 and 5 first. Let's try 5 and 3. 2x times 3 is 6x plus 5x. Okay, perfect. That does add up to 11. So I'm going to go ahead and just darken. This is going to be a 5. This is going to be a 3. And if I multiply it back out, I would get this. So there's my answer. Oh, this is a 10 out front here.